explain most of it. Sadly, half of that part isn't even me talking because someone came into my room while I was trying to record. But whatever, let's get into this. So Elio and Celine would of course be twins. And they would be arriving in the Alola region. From being from Kalos. I'm kidding. It's not actually confirmed which region our character is from, but we're gonna guess Kalos. Or Kanto. Their mother, Delia, says, "Alright guys, tomorrow you guys are gonna go have some exercise and explore." They say yes, and then they instantly go to sleep early. Once they arrive, they're walking in the... Celine says, "Elio, listen to me. I'm way better than you at this, so I'll be the one taking the lead." As she steps into the grass, a young goose she accidentally steps on as it gets angry and bites her, which Elio jumps in and puts his arm in the way. As he goes, she yells if he's alright, but he says he's fine. As then he throws the young goose back and goes, as he's trying to just dodge so he doesn't hurt the thing. He grabs it and holds it and starts petting it, but it bites his finger. As then he goes, Gah. Then out of nowhere, a fireball, a leaf, a very sharp leaf, and a bubble come flying at Elio, who ducks under as they hit the young goose. As then all they hear is, "Yatta!" Yeah, that's just my versions of the noises of the Pokemon. He goes, "What was that?" As he turns around to see them. He goes, "Awesome." As then Professor Kahoot says, "Oh, you guys are the new ones here. Welcome to Alola. Now, since I have one more guest to come with me." He goes, "Hey, this is Hao, the Kahuna's grandson." Elio says, "What the heck's a Kahuna?" He goes, "A Kahuna is basically like a person who defends this island." He goes, "So a champion?" He goes, "No, we don't have a champion in this region." He says, "Do you have a Pokemon League?" He goes, "What's a Pokemon League?" Christian facepalm saying, "A Pokemon League is basically a giant tournament, and the winner faces the champion, but I'm guessing you guys don't have that." He explains how they have the island challenge. And then Elio, Celine, and Hao are getting ready to choose. Elio says, "I want the cat. I want the fire one." As he goes, Litten, pretty good choice." Elio picks him up going, she's like, "No, I'm kidding." So the first is Celine to pick. She says, "I want that Popplio. It's so cute." Then after that, this Hao says, "I would go for Litten, but I'm gonna go with Rowlet." Elio says, "I wanted Litten. Yeah." As then they all had their moments. Except Elio's just looking at Litten, and Litten's looking at him. He says, "Pick it up. At least, come on, interact with it." As they look at each other with a glare. As Litten shoots a fireball into his face, he goes, "Ah!" As then Professor Kiwi laughs, saying that's just how Litten shows affection. As he picks it up, as he goes, as he smiles in Litten's face, as Litten smiles back. Both of them are challenging Elio to a battle. Christian says, "Why don't you two just battle? I'll battle you guys later." These two battle, but Celine loses, sadly. Well, actually, they tie because Celine has the grace of a Pokemon trainer, and Hao has no experience, but Hao has the type advantage. So the two ended off in a tie. Christian goes, pretty cool. Who says, "Christian, how about I battle you? Let's go." As he throws out his own Pokemon, he says, "Rockruff." Christian goes, "Awesome, a Rockruff." As then he pulls out his Pokedex. I'm kidding, he doesn't have one. Christian says, "Alright, Litten, Ember." as Litten shoots at Ember, which barely does anything to Rockruff. As he goes, crap. Then he says, slap. He says, you scratch. Kukui's Rockruff dodges and then uses tackle. As he goes, nah. He goes, Litten. But then Litten glows orange. When Rockruff's about to finish it off with another tackle, it jumps out of the way and then double kicks it. As he goes, yeah. As he goes, whoa, double kick. As then it double kicks the crap out of him and then just destroys him. And that's it for it. He says, yeah, I defeated you, Professor Kukui. After that, it's time for this. They head to Professor Kukui's house, where they meet Lily, who's been staying there. I'm kidding. Lily, we're not going by the Ultra Game events, we're going by the anime and Ultra events and the games. So when they're in there, he says, Ilio says, well, we're not going to be able to stay here for long. Kukui says, why? He says, because my mom is, this is only a vacation, and our vacation is actually ending tomorrow. As then he says, you know what, I think I'm going to go. As then he's going to go convince her. Selene says that she's happy to go back to Kalos, even though her fun time in Alola. Ilio convinces Delia to let him stay, as then he gets to stay in Alola at Professor Kukui's house with his Rockruff, which Ilio adores. A couple of days later, Ilio would enroll into the Pokemon school with just Litten. As initially he'd be in Class 1A, A1, which is Lana, Mallow, Kiawe, and Sophocles, and Lily. I think I said Lily. Lily, Mallow, Lana, Sophocles, and Kiawe. When then Professor Kukui says, alright class, we have a brand new student. Please welcome Ilio. He goes, hi, I'm Ilio, and I'm from the Kalos region. I hope we can all be great friends. As then he says, this is my partner Litten. As he pulls Litten out of the Pokeball, which scratches his head. Then he goes, what was that for? Then Litten, meows and gets angry and then hisses. As then he goes, oh, noted, you don't like the Pokeball. As then he throws the Pokeball in the air to destroy it. As he goes, and just destroys the Pokeball. Then the first hour of Pokemon school was pretty good. Until during their outside time, Team Skull arrives and says, hey losers, we're Team Skull, and I want you to give us that Charizard. Mallow says, we're not giving this to you, Team Skull. You guys have tried to get it so many times before. As then Kyo says, Lana, back off, I have this. As then, oh yeah, that was Mallow. He says, Mallow, stop. And then he says, I guess I'll battle for it. He says, go, Turtonator. Christian goes, whoa, what is that? As he says, Turtonator, a fire and dragon type. He says, well, let's go, Litten, I'm joining you. As he goes, that's not neat. As he goes, let's go, Litten, let's take him down. As then he goes, yeah. As Litten just goes through them in a quick blitz. But before that, once the battle starts, everyone in the battle, Team Skull's Pokemon start to feel an intense intimidation. As he goes, yeah. As then he goes, as Kukui says that's a very rare ability of Litten's, called a hidden ability. And its hidden ability is, he reads its ability to see what it is, but then it says hidden, it says legendary double ability, Blaze and Intimidate. Litten Litten starts to scratch up more of them, but then the more Pokemon come as that's hitting Litten over and over. Then Litten is hit by a fatal swipe, which knocks it out. He says, "You shouldn't have battled. Your Litten is hurt now." He goes, "Yeah, right, buddy. You think Litten's done?" As he says, "Let's show him what we got, Litten." As Litten gets back up with a blazing fire, as it activates Blaze. The Blaze from Sun and Moon, as it goes, "Nyah!" as it roars. And then he says, "Now!" as Litten bodies all of them with a humongous flamethrower and ember. After that, they have like a week of normal school. Hal, who is on his own journey of the Island Challenge, Christian finally takes on the Eradicate Challenge and destroys him. Then it's time. He's also caught a couple of Pokemon on the way, aka one Pokemon. He's caught a Pichu, which is now a Pikachu. He smiles and says, Then when he battles, now he sends out his final Pokemon against Hariyama, because this is the end of his battle with Hala. As Litten is very damaged from its battle with Crabrawler, as it's getting hit, and then Hala sets up with Belly Drum. Christian says, "Crap, one hit from that and I'm dead," and Litten's finished. He goes, "Scratch, but keep on dodging in the way." Litten pulls off a Wolverine and shinks out those claws and dodges left to right and is slicing that thing up. And then he goes, "Precisely good." Then Litten actually activates Flame Charge and learns the move and collides with Hariyama's fist. Hariyama is slowly pushing him back, but then Litten starts to glow. It evolves into Torracat and pushes forward, defeating it with having all of its claws to Hariyama's throat, which I don't think it has. And then he goes, "Yeah!" And after that, Christian and Kukui go out to eat because it's his treat, Kukui's treat. But then Elio says, "Do you want to check the security footage on Rockruff?" He goes, "Yeah, sure." As then they check in, Elio says, "Rockruff's gone!" As Elio quickly packs up his stuff, as they get their bags out, and Kukui pays quickly and says, "Sorry, family emergency." As then Elio says, "I might have an idea. Litten, sniff it out." And then he goes, "Sorry, Torracat." As it's looking around, as it can't find it, as he goes, "Let's go!" As they run even farther, as then they find Clawmark Hill. Kukui says, "This is Clawmark Hill." As then they see Rockruff battling. Christian goes, "I have to help." He goes, "No." Then he says, "Wait a minute, Litten, go under okay, I keep on saying Litten. He says, "Torracat, go under cover." In there, as Torracat jumps in and hits Magmar with a full-powered pounce, and pounces on top of it and starts clawing it. Rockruff is shocked that thing came. So after that, Litten is basically destroying. Well, actually, Torracat. I keep on saying Litten, but that's it for now.